Just gonna open it up with Deron Bland is the man.
Deron Bland is the man.
I hear his jersey is on the way to Canton as we speak, gentlemen. Welcome to the post-game show. How about them Cowboys on Thanksgiving?
How about them Cowboys, man? What a beautiful thing. Definitely, if these guys know, man, I was screaming about this kid last year, man. Not to say that nobody else was, but I was screaming about him, knowing full well he was gonna become something as soon as we thought Diggs going down was a curse. It turned out to be quite a blessing for this kid, man, and he is talented as hell, man. What a great return, man.
What up, Eric B? I see you out there in Florida, baby. How you feeling, man? Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you, Barry, Bob, Cowboys Nation. Everybody, hope you're streaming in because I know it's easy to stream in when you win, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. But it's the holidays, and I had to stream in, and I'm just glad we pulled it off 3 phases. And man, Bland is just so good. That defense, bro, defense.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn for the win, baby. Dan Quinn for the win.
Yeah, did you see how excited he was up there when Deron picked that off? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like just the whole team pulling for a guy. How about Modesto's finest, Fresno State's finest, my guy, Richard Calderon out there in Visalia, California. They know all about that Deron Bland guy out there, Fresno State finest. Bulldogs, baby. How about them Cowboys, y'all? You like that the Cowboys won on Thanksgiving today. That's 13 home games in a row, baby. I need you to like this video.
13 home. We got a couple of records being smashed out today, man. Man, I tell you what, man. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good. Again, this is is Washington above 500? I don't know if they are. I think they're
they weren't.
4 and 6
I think they were 4 and 6 or something. Like 5 or something.
But regardless, man, it's that time. It's that time of year we got to be winning, and the fact that we are is a good thing. The fact that we're winning decisively too is a good thing. You don't want to squeak by these kinds of teams. And look, we're probably going to be pulling up stat muse here at some point, but I don't like how many yards were thrown against us, and I don't like how many yards were ran on us. But we still find a way to win 40 plus points. So it's almost like, why am I even going to talk about it? Like,
yeah, we'll pull up the numbers for the sake of looking at the numbers. I think it's very important that we take a look at Dak Prescott, family style, literally spreading the ball around so everybody gets to eat on Turkey Day, baby.
10 different receivers? 10, I think.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to it. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
I know you're right, PG. I know you are.
It is ridiculous, my guy. It's ridiculous. Let's look at the player stats. How about Dak Prescott, 10 of 14? No, that ain't even right.
Yeah, I was going to say, he did a lot better than that.
Can you get a refresh on that one, please? There we go.
There we go.
Google. 22 of 32, 331 yards, 4 TDs. I mean, you get a TD, you get a TD, you get a TD. Tony Pollard with 1. Brandon Cooks with 1. CeeDee Lamb with 1. Cavante Turpin with 1. Rico Dowdle with 1. And the defense with Bob picked the defense to get 14 points. Only managed to get 7, I believe, today. But all important.
Yeah.
If it only had to be 1, how about that one, Bob?
Yeah, let me tell you, when I said 14 points, I damn sure was hoping it was Deron Bland with a pick 6, and then I would have taken whatever the hell that other 7 points would have been. But that's exactly what I had in my head, hoping that would be what it was.
I was thinking a couple more sacks because they give up the most sacks. I was thinking to see a fumble, some crazy stuff like that, and I was hoping to see Bland pick 6, but I wasn't really expecting that because this is ridiculous. I mean, he's got 5 touchdowns, and so does Travis Kelce have 5 touchdowns. And you're talking about one of the most prolific offensive touchdown productive tight ends tied to the best offense, only has 5, and yet this guy on defense for us has 5.
That's outstanding.
Let's take a look at the overall numbers. Dak Prescott with an impressive 431 total offensive yards today, 331 on the pass, 100 yards rushing even. They did manage to get 108 yards rushing on us, Bob, but a lot of those were little chunk plays here and there in the later part of the game. But no, let's take a look at this, man. 7 penalties. The Dallas Cowboys today, there was one thing that stuck out again. It's the 7 penalties. It's the untimely penalties. Like, come on. I mean, Sam Williams is doing a hell of a job on special teams, but that face mask right there, man, I mean, that would have had them pent up against the goal line right there for our defense to take advantage. But still some work. If we only had to point at one thing, them 7 penalties, the Dallas Cowboys, let me pull up Stat Muse, and we'll take a look at that. We'll see where the Dallas Cowboys are stacked. But they're probably going to be on the front end anyway because they were leading coming into this, and not everybody has played. So we'll take a look at that probably on Sunday. as the other teams get wrapped up. But yeah, it didn't help. Dallas had 74 penalties coming into the game. That's 81 on the year. I think 2 years ago, the Cowboys led with 127. Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys team well on his way of leading the league again. But man, when you put up them kind of numbers, 45-10, I mean, it's almost like luxury tax, if you ask me.
They do need to get tighter on that, BG, and especially being a home game. I wouldn't expect it 7. Usually that's a road game. We got to keep it under. That's a problem with us, the discipline, and we need to change that because these games are going to get harder. And as you know, at the end of the year, and you seven penalties against the Bills or in Detroit or against these guys or Philly, that's not going to swing it. So we still a little clean it up and tighten it up. But when you're scoring 40-something points, you might be able to overcome that.
And a little luxury tax. That's what I like to call it. Yeah, we'll take the points and the dub. And, yeah, the penalties suck, but they really suck when you lose. But if we had to point to one thing, I think that was it. I mean, how about Dak Prescott spreading that ball around? Now, I know I got folks crawling up on the timeline talking about, it's just the Commanders. Look, man, we play the teams in the division every year 2 times a year. So if you're an Eagles fan, just get over it, man. We see y'all just like y'all see us twice a year. We'll see y'all on December 10th. But before we get there, the Dallas Cowboys have to host the Seattle Seahawks, who are getting ready to host Bang Bang up here in the Pacific Northwest for the night game here on Thanksgiving. But we've got the Seattle Seahawks next Thursday at home. Can the Cowboys get a 14-game win streak going on at home next week against Seattle?
Ooh. That'll be nice, man. That'll be nice. I think so, too. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a realistic test. There's some firepower on that offense in Seattle, so it'll definitely be one of those another test.
We got him.
Definitely, for sure. Steven's tapping in, says Eagle beat the Commanders team by 7, so take that into consideration.
Correct. They played them tough, actually. I was going to say that.
Giants beat. I mean, we could play this game all day. The Jets beat the Eagles. We beat the Jets. I mean, it's a lot of parity. If you don't know that word, I ask you to Google that today, parity. Learn about what that is. It's a lot of that going on in the league. So all of that, is just this team or that team. Look, man, we got to beat the team that lined up in front of us every week. That was an all-important division game, still behind the Eagles in the league. But we'll see them on December 10th. But first, we got to get to these Seahawks next. But we're recapping today on Washington. Yeah, I was happy. I said 40-6. I think, Bob, what was your prediction on the game?
Let's see. You had 40-6. John had 41-10. I had 38-10, which was right on the money until that pick 6. But at the same time, I was super happy. I was super happy about that. I was like, I don't care, man. Let's see one more. I'll get the 14 points on defense right. I'll be okay with that.
I love that. Victory Black Friday. That's going to be a first for the Cowboys, right? How about we do that as the NFL is set to stream its first ever Black Friday Amazon game, which is free. So if you're just tapping in and you wonder how you're going to be able to watch the game tomorrow, Amazon is letting you watch that for free. I mean, the biggest cash cow in American sports is teaming up with the biggest retailer on Amazon Prime for Black Friday. So I see you out there, Russell. I like that, baby. Victory Friday is coming. It's coming.
Yeah, man. BG, Eric B, are you guys ever on New York Giants, Washington, or Philadelphia Eagle forums at all? Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I just hang out with Cowboys, man.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's keep going, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, all of the other 32 fans that hang out over here, y'all know, especially the Eagle fans, nothing attracts Eagle fans more than the Cowboys posters that joined us here today. But they're the regular season champs because they can't seem to manage to win the game when it matters the most. But we're not going to focus too much on them. Shout out to all of our green badges tapping in here. I see you, Nicole says, thank you guys for having the pre and post game show on Thanksgiving. You welcome. Hopefully everybody got full. Did you eat, Bob? Did you eat, Eric?
What?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, yo, man. Besides the fact that we had so much food, I didn't realize that like 3 different pies were going to be brought. So we had a key lime pie, a lemon pie, which I ate both together in the same slice, and it tasted like Fruit Loops. And then there was also this chocolate cake that my sister-in-law made. Yeah, we ate, man. We ate like crazy. It was good, man.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless. I hope everybody had a little bit.
In Florida, what y'all do in Florida for Thanksgiving?
I'm at my parents' house right now in the backyard, man, sitting out just chilling. My mom cooked it up like she always does. God bless her. Thank you, Mom. And I'm just
NB.
Hey, thank you, Bob. And my dad were just playing cards. I was just getting done penny poker. I was like, I'm gonna join this post game show. Dad, can you turn on the light? I was like, yeah, I'm sitting out in the back by the pool.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Back to the tradition of the Cowboys and Indians on Thanksgiving. I mean, we've got football over the next, 4 days, 4 out of 5 days. We got football, like we said, on Friday, got football on Sunday, got football on Monday.
Nice.
Gotta love this time of the year. Football, family, and friends. Hopefully, everybody out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're tapping in here, hopefully you ate. You had a great day, especially as a Cowboy fan. It is a good day when the Cowboys win on Thanksgiving. And now we've got to move past the division. We got an all-important NFC game with the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to take a look at Seahawks tonight against the Niners. I don't know who you guys got, Seahawks or Niners, in this next game.
I think it'd be good to see the Seahawks win, right? You want to see the Seahawks win, and then you want to see them lose next week. That's it.
It could happen because they're in Seattle, and that's the thing. Crazier things do happen. Seattle's a hard place to play. 49ers are pretty dang tough, and they're rolling, and that's really the team to beat. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I just want to see people get beat up a little bit, and we're just chilling.
Yeah, I got the Niners coming into Seattle, winning this game. Seattle's a little suspect. I mean, they're trying to put it together, always with Pete Carroll, well-coached game. We're going to take a look at that here after we get off this post-game show. But I'm thinking that the Niners are going to win that game. That's going to pump up Seattle for next week as they travel down to AT&T. Dallas will have back-to-back Thursday night games. So that'll be on Amazon. So if you don't have Amazon, make sure you get that too, as well as we look forward to close out November with Seattle on the slate. And then we get into December, guys. Have y'all looked at the schedule for December?
Yep.
It's not great.
It's tough.
Not cool.
I mean,
That's where you win it.
Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, and the Lions. And how about the Lions today getting some humble pie on Thanksgiving from old Jordan Love up there? Boy, I thought they said that Detroit was elite or something.
Bob picked him up. Hey, Bob, I know you got that defense on fantasy, boy.
Oh, I did today. -1, big time. Oh, man. I think everybody picked Detroit.
Bob did against me. I got Dallas, D. I'm good.
Yeah, if you pick Green Bay, you probably going to win the pool this week.
Sorry, B. I had to mention
on top of and that's the thing, man. So everybody's like, oh, your team sucks this week. Your team sucks this week. You just don't know, man. You just don't fucking know. This is one of those weirdest seasons, man, where people are getting their Achilles torn, and then people who are supposed to lose are winning, and it's just
parody.
I don't know.
No, how about Aaron Rodgers getting ready to come back in 2 weeks? Have y'all heard that bullshit?
He ain't coming back because they're out of the hunt. He's not gonna.
Oh, man, I heard aliens did surgery on Aaron Rodgers. Come back, the green guys, baby. My guy Daryl's tapping in. The supporter says, "Great game. You're sorry when your team and the QB's eating turkey." Yeah. How about Dak Prescott? How about Cavante Turpin jumping in the red kettle bell over there and then pulling out some turkey legs and taking a bite?
I love it. Honestly, that's what America's team is all about. You can hate it if you want, but I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see because Charlotte Jones, and people don't know that. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. But, Jerry Jones' daughter runs the Salvation Army. She runs it out of charity, out of her gift, the love of their heart. And that's where it should be. That's what it's all about. And people don't see that with the Cowboys, what they're doing. Yeah, we haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, but it goes beyond that. We still are America's team, man. And
man, we're in the division game. We're in the middle of we're in the last half of the season. My guy Kerman's checking in, says, and I want to address this too. Great segue here, because we always hear that Dallas is just beating up on teams that ain't no good. Well, we got to play the Giants and the Commanders twice. Now, whether they're good or not, that ain't on us. That's a division game. We still have to win them games because y'all know if we don't, we're gonna hear about it. But Kerman says, got to get a win over a certified opponent.
I hear you.
Let's talk about what is a certified opponent in the NFL currently.
A certified opponent is any opponent that one particular person deems to be better at that particular time. It is completely subjective, I believe, is what I'm going for. Objective, sorry. Where it's the person who's talking about it who is coming up with whether that team is good or not. So
it's subjective to the person. It's subjective to the person on whether they want to deem that team certified or not. Because I mean, I've been looking all over that tab on NFL.com for the fake teams. I'm gonna actually look for certified teams now, because last I checked, I thought all 32 NFL teams were certified. I mean, last I checked, they all got paid the same. I mean, all these men get paid to play football. So if you're one of those fans saying it's got to be a certified win, look, the Dallas Cowboys are what's our record now? 8-3.
8-3 right now. Yeah,
that's like a third of the league.
Yeah.
32
I mean,
teams.
come on, man. Let's talk about that.
That's about a fourth. That's a fourth of the league, right? Let me get my math right. I mean, how far do we got to go before we get to somebody certified? And that's not pointed directly at you, Kermit. I hear that all over these networks. The Dallas Cowboys ain't beat nobody that really matters. Well, who the fuck are these other NFL teams that aren't certified or that aren't real or fake?
Yeah, and if you want to go conversely on that one, are you allowed to go ahead and lose to teams that don't matter when you play them as an NFL team? No. You go in there, you're supposed to win every single one of them. There's not games that you're not supposed to win. There's not teams you're not supposed to beat. It's just the way it goes. It's just some silly shit, man.
And the Eagle fans, nothing attracts them more than the Dallas Cowboys live. We got a Philly fan tapping in here. It says you actually moved down in the power rankings. Look, I'll tell you, just like Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe. Do y'all ever remember when Kobe Bryant said, you didn't make this list on ESPN of top NBA players or whatever? And what did Kobe say? They're all idiots. Who cares about a power ranking or a power list? It's all about getting dubs at the end of the day, especially in this division, because we lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. And that means we've got to win all of these division games to stay in the hunt, going back to face December 10th, Philadelphia. If they split, that'll be a different bridge that we'll have to cross. But currently the Dallas Cowboys are in the wild card hunt. There's about a 90-some-odd chance, 90% chance we're making the playoffs. So we can talk playoffs, but the division, that's still up for stake. We got to see the Philadelphia Eagles on December 10th. So miss me with the certified teams and the fake teams and all of that. I mean, the Washington Commanders took the Eagles to overtime.
Yeah.
What happened there? Yeah.
We talk about it.
There's no way in the world that you can be.
But we won. That's all.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it's going to be a different game when we play them at home and we're firing on all cylinders like we are, and it's going to be different. We're going to have to prove it. This is a tough time of the year. December's where the big boys are made and where you make your dollars. And I hear you what they're saying, and I want to see it too. I mean, I'd love to see us continue this streak on and ride this momentum all the way through. And not to say we're going to win 5 in the next 5, but let's beat people, man, and just go in and take control. Maybe we tie up Philly and take the division still. I'm optimistic, man. I believe, period.
We can do it. We got a team to do it, man.
Most definitely. But yeah, penalties is the biggest thing that I've seen out there. Like I said, Dak Prescott throwing that ball around. I mean, Tony Pollard getting in some action. I think that's 2 weeks in a row. He's scored now. I was facing King Sharon. I don't know where King Sharon is. I seen him in my fantasy football league. I know he had Tony Pollard. I mean, Detroit's defense wasn't helping me out at -1. So, I mean, if you pick Green Bay, man, you're like a football Nostradamus, man. I tip my hat to you, especially if you put Green Bay over Detroit in Detroit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's wacky.
Yeah, that's like Washington beating Dallas on Thanksgiving in Dallas. Wait, that's basically what happened there. So I guess it can happen, right?
The toughest thing about that is the fact that, especially in our league, and depending on what league you're in, man, if you wind up, I put in 5 claims for 5 different defenses, and I landed on Detroit. Everyone else got their claims in before me, so it's just like, oh, that's the one I got, dude. All right, and when I got it, I was like, that's probably a safe fucking bet. I'm keeping them in. We're cool, because that was one of the 5 I was going to take anyway. But definitely odd in the NFL this year that certain teams that just don't seem like they're going to be capable of beating a team like a juggernaut like Detroit.
8-2. They were second seed at the NFC. I mean, okay, so that's just proves our point even more about why you're supposed to just take care of your business. So whoever comes your way, you're going to be prepared and disciplined and perform no matter who comes to your house or you go on the road. Whatever opponent, it's a man just like you. They put on their pads just like you do. So
yeah, they get paid just like the next team though. But that's just an easy excuse, because folks don't want to give people their respect. Like I said, Philly is the NFC East leader right now. They're defending NFC East champs until they're not. And nobody's won this division back-to-back in 19 seasons. And it's still 19 seasons until somebody does it.
It hasn't happened yet, right?
It hasn't happened yet. Just like they didn't win the Super Bowl when they were the regular season champs last year. But, man, could you imagine Dallas Cowboy fans running around saying, well, at least Dak Prescott got to the Super Bowl? and lost. Y'all just imagine us sitting here talking about, well, we made it to the Super Bowl and Dak finally got us to the Super Bowl. Man, you know them haters gonna move the goalposts. They're gonna say, but he didn't win. Just like Hurts, baby. So read it in week as we talk NFC East business here today. If you're tapping in for the first time, give us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Happy Thanksgiving from everybody here in the trenches, from our families to yours. Hopefully everybody is waking up from their nap, celebrating this Cowboys win. So if you're happy the Cowboys won today, I just need you to like this video, help this content stay in front of you. We're only streaming on 3 different locations right now. We're on BDG, on YouTube, and on Twitter. I moved OAT and Cowboy Cousins off because I'm trying to figure out these notifications. We're just not getting as many notifications out anymore. So we're trying to tweak that system. So bear with us. But nevertheless, we deliver, especially on Thanksgiving. Bob, this is what, 12, 11 shows now?
Yep.
7 shows in the trenches, baby. Talk about consistency.
We got to keep it going, man. No matter how many people show up, how many people don't, man. And we usually have a really good crowd here, dude. So I've been happy to be able to do post and pre every week.
Yeah, I wasn't able to tap in during halftime, man. I had like a situation going here. I had like an oven knob, I got a gas stove, so I had like a gas knob break.
Oh, shit.
We couldn't get the damn fire turned off. And then I'm like trying to figure out how to turn off the gas on the outside. I'm trying to find an emergency valve on the inside. I mean, for like 2 quarters, I was literally running around trying to put out a fire, if you know what I mean. So finally I got to the emergency valve and got it shut off. But yeah, I was not able to tap in during the halftime, so I apologize. I wanted to make sure the house didn't burn down as the Cowboys burned down the Commanders at home on Thanksgiving today, baby. You got to be happy. 45-10. I mean, it's hard to score 45 points in this league, period.
Yeah, for sure. Especially against a team who damn sure is trying to beat you.
Offense, defense, special teams. I love it. I mean,
I like that. I like Turpin catching one in the zone, man. I don't know, man. And something told me today Brandon Cooks was going to go off a little bit. I expected him to go off, but he still was collecting yards, man, and did a damn good job. And finally kind of taking the pressure a little bit off of CD, I think, which is a big thing, man.
And CD still got his, which that's automatic with that guy. He's just that good, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of CD, we'll take a look at the Cowboys numbers there in rushing. Tony Pollard 13 carries, 79 yards and a score. Rico Dowdle was in there, 3 carries, only 11 yards, but he was in that passing game too. He had 1 for 15 and a touchdown. Brandon Cooks, man, big catches for Brandon Cooks. How about the veteran out there who everybody said, and some Cowboy fans too, was saying, oh, Brandon Cooks is washed up. 4 receptions for 72 yards and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 4 receptions for 53 yards and a score. I mean, we even had Jalen Tolbert out there, Jake Ferguson. Look at all those different receivers. I mean, damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. What?
Hey, man, you get some turkey, you get some turkey, and I don't blame Dak Prescott for going to the kettle and pulling out the turkey, baby, because he was pulling it out all the stops today in the game. He made sure all his guys, all his brothers ate today. Yeah,
he's been showing the hell off ever since they started talking. I think it was after that San Fran loss, or I don't know what it was, but he said something in the media like, "Oh, you're trying to piss me off," and it seems like he's just been pissed off and playing pissed off since then. So,
and I hope it stays because we all want to see it against the lesser opponents. But yeah, we do have a tough 4 games going down the stretch. So let's see. I like to have this momentum going into these games. I'm feeling a heck of a lot better knowing that we're tearing people up.
It's going to be important for us to win this game in Seattle for the sake of consistency. And then getting into December, like I said, we got the Eagles up on the 10th. Then after that, we got to travel to Buffalo. Y'all know it's probably going to be a snowy game out there in Buffalo. Buffalo's been having some problems. How about Josh Allen, still the leader in turnovers? I told y'all my predictions with Dak Prescott and Josh Allen in the turnover bowl in Vegas. Dak is doing his part, but maybe not so much Josh. We got Miami on Christmas Eve. Bob, that's going to be in your neck of the woods down there, South Beach, them Cowboys. And then we got the Lions at home where the Dallas Cowboys are red hot. That makes 13 wins in a row. Thank goodness we got some more home cooking next Thursday. But let's talk about DaRon Bland, like my guy Rob Jarman is talking about. How about DaRon Bland breaking the record? His jersey going to Canton, 5 pick sixes. the most in the NFL.
My brother is here, and he's a Steelers fan. He's also the reason why I'm a Cowboys fan, because he's about 4 years older than me. So we were always rivals. But we were talking about the interception record, and he's like, that seems weird. That he's like, there seems like there has to be a team that had that many pick sixes in a year. And I go, no, it's not the team, it's him. Right. He's like, one dude, and I go, yeah, one dude.
He didn't even realize it.
Yeah, he was like, and I was like, holy shit. That's a big deal, bro. We're sitting here talking about it like it's not really a big deal. I don't even know. And I think I heard Romo say, I'd like to know how many picks Dion had over his career, because he
did mention something about it. I missed
quantify kind of how it is. It's just not every year.
Here's some Pro Football Talk reference right here. I'll just share with you. I don't have it up. He says he returned an interception for a touchdown for the 5th time this season. 63-yard pick six broke the NFL record he had shared with Eric Allen from 1993, Ken Houston in 1971, and Jim Kearney in 72 last week. His other touchdowns this season covered 22 yards against Daniel Jones, 54 yards against Mac Jones. How about he break not one, not two, but 3 tackles today on that pick six to get back. And once he caught it, I was like, man, is he going to make it? And then once he broke those tackles there, I was in here screaming. My son had just left to go upstairs. He called it. He's like, would you rather have the Cowboys win today, or would you rather have the Cowboys lose and DeRon Bland break that record? I said, shit, Cowboys dub all day. That record don't mean nothing. But we got both.
Yeah.
So
that was exactly 30 years ago that Eric Allen did the same. Did what you said? It was 4, I guess, huh?
Yep.
That's
tied it at 4. Now with 5. That is the record.
That's crazy.
Unreal. And he's still got a few games to go.
Dion had 9 pick sixes in his career. Is that what we're saying?
In his career, crazy. Yeah. Thank you for the chat.
How about baby prime DeRon Bland? How about that? We got to get a nickname for. I mean, we just call him. I mean, he's stealing from quarterbacks out there. You know what I mean?
And they're all lucky that Diggs ain't around, boy, because we shut them all down here. Diggs was taking stuff from people from their backside, like before he went down. I mean, people wouldn't be scoring nothing on us.
The reason why that worked so well is because he was on the outside and Bland is in the slot, so he's not competing outside for these deep balls all the time. He's actually following all the traffic in the mid level and still being able to do that.
Man, he's making plays on the ball, especially last week, where not only did he have the presence to intercept it, hold on to it, fall to the ground, but be cognizant that he wasn't touched, got up, and ran it back. I mean, that was one of the most probably exciting pick sixes I've ever seen a player make. And DeRon Bland is something special. If you'd have told me it would have took us to have to lose Trayvon Diggs to see a DeRon Bland come in and break a record, it's been a hard sell, because I sure love me some Trayvon Diggs, because that changes the whole complexity of this secondary, especially when we're facing opposing offensive coordinators. But, man, DeRon Bland is striking fear across the league like he Trayvon Jr. or Dion Primetime Jr.
Right, something. I mean, he showed glimpses last year. Bob and I talked about last year. He didn't even start for the first 6 games. He was, like, inactive and stuff. They didn't even want that, like he just came out of nowhere.
Who is he?
And, I didn't even really know. I'm gonna not be honest. And but he showed up last year and he got a couple picks, blah blah blah. And this year just like blowing up. Thank God.
Yeah, we were gonna get to this. I'm sorry.
That's sorry.
They kept throwing at him like a chump. That's right. I wanted to bring that up. Thanks, Rob, for the conversation.
Keep trying him.
Yeah, I told you Sam Howell was going to try this secondary if he had time today. I mean, here's his numbers: 28 to 44. He threw up 44 passes today, 300 yards. I'm surprised we didn't get any fumbles or any other than that pick six, any other turnover. But that one turnover, man, I'd rather take that one all day like that, especially for DeRon Bland. But I told you Sam Howell was going to throw. That was about all they had to do today was try to get back and throw the ball.
Well, and they have to throw
against.
Yeah, they're going to be down. So they got 100 yards running on us. You said whatever. That's still a little problematic, but they're going to have to throw.
They averaged a little over 100 yards, so they were right on par with that. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys first quarter, like I wasn't happy with the way we came out in the first quarter. I thought we should have came out with some more pizzazz in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And again, it felt like to me, damn, it looks like this Dallas Cowboy team that's about to show up that plays to the level of the other teams' competition level, and I wasn't liking that. But right before we closed out that first quarter, we had that first score, kind of started things up, and then we got into the second quarter, and then of course, second half, it was all she wrote.
Yeah, we're not that team anymore, and I hope we just keep on proving it, man.
Yeah, Freddie, we see Dion, 59 career INTs, but we're talking about pick sixes. So Dion only had 9 in his career, where now Deron Bland has 5 pick sixes. That is an NFL record. He is in the company of himself, one of one. They are going to send that jersey to Canton as we speak. I mean, congratulations, young man. Have a day on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man, that was great to see, man. Overall, the defense is looking good. I kind of like how the offensive line is coming together in pass protection. I don't feel like we're killing it in run block, but we don't have 5 different Zach Martins. That's not something that you get to have, but it doesn't matter. It seems to be working, right? And again, it might not be working against San Francisco. It didn't work against Philly per se, but we were still holding our own against Philly. And they gave us opportunities to win that game. And our offensive line screwed that up for us in a big way. But I see glimpses of improvement at the very least. And I know when Dak's got his moment in his time, he's going to bomb it. And if he doesn't, he's going to run it. And it wasn't like that the first few games of the year. He seemed tentative to hold it down and run it.
Dak seemed like he in a zone. I like this Dak zone that he's in, man. He's coming with the game wearing all black, some different, like he's been wearing black. I think since we took that loss to the Niners, he's been showing up in black. So I'm going to be looking for him in the post game tonight as I cut up those videos. But I like Dak Prescott. He's in the zone. And shout out to everybody over there on YouTube tapping in. Thank you, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. We see you tapping in. Happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to everybody on X over there watching us. And shout out to everybody on YouTube tapping in with us here today.
Yeah.
Gregory says still had a better game. Did Zach Martin, did he have a holding call or was it a false start call today? I think he got penalized for something today.
I don't know. That's a
because I know it wasn't holding, because I know he's got less holding calls on him than he does Pro Bowls. So I was just wondering. I thought I heard Zach Martin, number 70, get penalized today. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at that. But yeah, them 7 penalties is all we really got to focus on. I don't know what it's going to take unless we're just being targeted. And I hate to say that, but I mean, Cowboys, we can't be grabbing the face masks like Sam Williams, man. How about Sam Williams coming up on some special teams? He's been making a lot of plays on special teams, especially on that punt return or the punt defense.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of competition. He's got competition at his position, man.
No.
So he's going to have to shine somewhere, and special teams is the place you get in.
Definitely, he's getting his run. And Rob is saying the false start, and that's on Zach Martin. So okay, yeah, it's bad when you're all pro. The guy that's got a 99 in Madden is getting flags out there. Something is wrong. Maybe the refs just felt like giving. It's Thanksgiving. Let me just give Zach Martin a flag. You know what I mean?
He's allowed one every couple games.
I'll take it. I don't believe it anyway. I still don't believe it. So,
yeah, man. Well, that's the wrap, baby. In the trenches, man. My guy Eric B. Bob is over there in Denver, Florida, Washington State. You got the trifecta going on. We appreciate everybody that joined us today for the pregame show and the postgame show. We know y'all could join a lot of different shows on Facebook, but you joined us. So, want to give some parting shots before we get out of here. Eric B., what you got for the audience before we get out of here today, baby?
Just blessings to first of all, thank you for having me, and thank you for everybody out there watching and being Cowboys Nation on a Thanksgiving day and getting a W. And looking forward to next week, Thursday again. Let's bring on Seattle and take care of business at home.
Sleeping with a smile like a baby tonight, huh?
Hey, I've been knowing this guy up here, man, for a long time, dude, since I was a little kid, man. It doesn't happen every day in life. It doesn't work that way a lot for a lot of people. You don't really know. You don't really hang and talk to the people you knew when you were 10, 11 years old, man. And so I want to just say to everybody out there, man, love your friends, love your family. As you get older, you start realizing that circle shrinks, and the opportunity for you to tell somebody you love them and show that you love them starts getting smaller and smaller, man. So I'm just grateful that I got the friends like y'all. BG is, knowing you since 2016 too. We got a great friendship, man. I'm real happy and thankful for all that beyond the scope of football, which is a sport that we don't get paid millions to watch. We do it out of the the enjoyment and the love for the game. So I just wanted to say that, and thank you all for always being around.
Yeah, man, y'all know the deal, baby. It's November, Salute the Service Month. So shout out to all of my veterans out there that standing to watch that could not come home today. Not everybody gets to come home for Thanksgiving. So if you got a veteran that's in your family, it doesn't matter what branch, if they're out there deployed, if they're not there at home with you today to spend that, call them and check on them. I'll tell you, the holidays is the toughest time for veterans out there, especially on Thanksgiving year when they see all the commercials on TV and everybody's talking about going home, and those guys that can't and gals. Make sure you call and check on them. It's Salute the Service Month in the month of November. Y'all been seeing that all over the NFL and also too as well as BDG. I mean, we've got the Ezekiel Elliott Salute the Service jersey up for grabs for top stars. So make sure you donate stars here today if you really enjoyed the show. But I'm BG. That's Bob. That's my guy, Eric B. We've been in the trenches, man. It's a post-game show. It's time to eat some more dessert and go to sleep, baby. How about them Cowboys?
God bless.
Keep
We'll
growing.
see y'all in the gym on the next episode, baby.